Doing here? I gotta fix my camera. Give me a second. Do we go? That might work a bit better. Yeah, like I said, I just took a break from basically. It took. I'm sorry about just stopping control for a bit because, like I said, I've been wanting to test other games and stuff out and test other waters out as well. Like I said, if you're doing trail running like that and you want to join me at any time, just let me know. I'll see what I can do and see how I can help you out. Like I said, just what I do. I've been, like I said, gaming for many years. Like I said, normally I don't use my camera, but I'm just doing a special episode right now just to basically say hello to all my fans and stuff like that out there. And hopefully, basically, you're all doing well and hopefully safe and everything else with just trying times of everything else in between. Like I said, normally, like I said, it's just one of those things that I'm basically so into when it comes to like doing this stuff. Like, I mean, I'm there to basically to support you guys. Like I said, when it comes to information and stuff like that, if it could be possibly done. Like I said, when it comes to just being there and just have fun with the games and stuff like that, and just being with you guys, just to play along and doing whatever, it works out quite well. So anyway, regardless of that, like I said, this is another Trove stream. Like I said, I'll try to do more Trove if that's the game basically you'd be looking into. Basically, the last event we are still in the middle actually of. Basically, it's the same. If you look at one of my older videos, it's basically called an excellent adventure, and I will tell you this with the event itself, I will tell you this, is exactly the same way you do the event as the last. So basically, you got like the big eggs in front of you and stuff like that. There's not one thing has changed. The only thing is, I basically the only thing that has changed is basically I think the table is a little bit lesser this year. I'm not sure, but yeah, just there's certain things you want to look out for in this event itself. Like you want to be able to do these dungeons, which is basically it'll give you chocolates, and so on and so forth. Now, yes, I'm a bit delayed on the event. I'm sorry about that. Like I mean, I've been trying other games, but yeah, when it comes to getting stuff done and everything else, and looking at exactly what it is, yeah. Like I said, a lot of people didn't see my face before, whatever the case may be. That's cool. That's cool. But like I said, that don't matter anyway in that direction. Like I told you before, I'm just there for the information if need be. I try not to be as boring. I try not to be boring or anything like that. But like I said, it's what it is. Like I mean, been at gaming and everything else for so many years. Like I mean, like I said, doing any type of game, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just like I mean, besides first-person shooters, I will actually do. Like I mean, Call of Duty and stuff like that. I was never into like RPGs. I've got like RPGs and MMOs is my cup of tea. Like I mean, if you have got a computer, you can check on RPG. It's one of the biggest sites right now for that itself. Now, when it comes to doing that and looking at exactly what an RPG is, you'll see the biggest list of games. Now, if you don't have a computer, like I said, you can always check it out anyways, and that's what I started off with when I was way younger than what I am now. Like, I mean, I started off in there when I was 18. Like I said, I'm, I'm quite a bit older now, but still, I've done basically just everything under the sun. And like I said, I'm glad to share this information with you guys because it's just what it is. And if I can actually do something just to make something a little bit more interesting or a little bit better, like I mean, I don't know, you just like I mean, that's why I say on my videos, give me a game, give me something. Like I mean, there's so many genres out there. Like I mean, I don't care if I play a Japanese title, as long as it's actually interesting to the whole entire public and including myself. So the way I look at it this way, it's not basically just get. I'm not like I said, trying to get more information out there about events and stuff like that. And what I always do, try to do my best work in, and that's pretty much it. Like right now, if I can actually be able to push up and get my channel even rolling a little bit better than what it is. Like I mean, I'm just looking. Like I said, I'm not looking for views or anything like that. But what I'm looking for is just basically if you can find information that's interesting or anything like that, I will tell you about the game when it first comes out. Because, like I said, will be playing Biomutant when it comes out. I'll be playing it on PC, but I'll also be getting the console version once the price drops a little bit. Because it's going to be $59 coming out. But I think it's going to be a quite interesting game. But the problem is, there's no online aspect. They may develop online for that a little bit later on. And hopefully they do, because that would be really extremely nice for people. So the thing is, with basically the bio game, yeah, I could actually head you back. Yeah, what is your nick, my friend? Because I can easily edge you back. Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, Dex? Yeah, because you got a couple of accounts, so I don't know which one is your real one anymore. But it happens. Trying to hopefully I can get enough money eventually and get my own internet connection. That's all I care about right now. Right now I'm on a shared internet connection and I'm using wireless, so it's not great. It's almost not good for streaming, but it's what I got right now and as an access. So, like I said, it's I can how can I say this? I'm trying to do my best with that, and that's just it, you know. Plus, I'm in a small room right now, and like I said, hopefully I can get moved out of where I'm to. Moved out to where I'm from where I'm to right now in the future, but I'm not too much in a rush yet for that. But like I said, yeah, I can re-add you. That'd be not a problem, my friend. Like I said, what is your your IGN? If you can tell me what your IGN there tactics is, I'll be able to actually re-add you, and I can add a bunch of other people too on a PSN. Like I mean, I'm just here to basically to help the gamer and stuff like that. Like I said, I've got over 30 years of this stuff. Like I mean, as you check my channel itself, you see all different types of genres of games, and I will try to make more of them. But like I said, I'm not just going to make random videos and stuff like that. This is like kind of a special Easter video that I'm doing and doing it that way, so I can actually make it just a little bit different than my norm. So it's what I'm doing right now. Okay, W keys on 60 FPS. Okay, okay, okay. I can actually have a look at that in a little bit, or you can just re-add me if you want to. But like I said, I normally don't add multiple accounts. Just a reason for that, because like I mean, my account list is almost full on PSN, and like I mean, I gotta delete some people. I gotta refresh because it's been years since I actually looked at some of that stuff. So if I can actually go along and get that stuff done, it'll be perfect in that direction. So yeah, I'd be able to add you. I still got about 200 spots left or something like that, but I don't have a lot. But I'll see what I can do for you. Like I said, I'll be able to do some runs and everything with you too, or actually do runs with anybody that's doing the games. Like I mean, I don't mind doing runs, like I said, and try to help other gamers out as well. Like it's not just about information. It's just basically if you are stuck, absolutely stuck in a game, and if you are interested in playing this game and doing that stuff, I'll be able to go along and help you as much as I can in that direction. So it's what I do. It's like I mean that's what my lifestyle is, and this is what I've been doing for years. So okay, perfect. Their tactics. I'll check it out in a moment. I'll be able to actually re-add you. Tactics. Are you in the game right now? Are you actually in Troveness like that? because you can probably join me up on here if you like, and be able to help you with the event. Because I'm not a real big I'm not into this event as much as I used to be. Well, I'm not into this game as much as I used to be, because I'm trying to mix and match now. But it's only so much content I'm going to be able to put out right now, because I already got like 40 plus games right now that I can work with. But I don't know what people are into anymore, and just making random videos is just going to be randomly kind of like boring to some people. So I don't know what to be doing with the game itself, or with games that I do have, because there's a limitation of recording, and there's a limitation of whatever. I guess uh, yeah, I was going to get into the Warzone type of thing, but see, first person shooters I never really got into. And I will tell you that because of the fact that it's not that I'll be really bad at them. Like, I mean, I've got a computer and stuff down in front of me that is actually upgraded and stuff like that. Just go along and do it that way. Now, like I said, I'm just still working on that. I'm trying to get the cooling down on that. I'm also going to try to upgrade the RAM on it. I'm trying to get a 3600 right now, and wait to get the amount of pre-order. I've already got everything else for it. I've just got to be able to do my computer justice. Once I get that done, I'll be able to actually do a lot more between both. And hopefully, before everything is said and done, hopefully I can get a PlayStation 5, because PlayStation 5s here in Canada is really hard. I think it's really hard for the world to get one of them right now. Like, I mean, you're gonna be waiting a long ass line to get one, and it's something. If you were lucky at the very beginning, and doing it that way, then you got lucky with it. But yeah, but like I said, a lot of people just quit and move on to other games, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to actually squeeze in as many games as possible, and see exactly what people are actually playing right now. Like, I mean, I don't know what people are playing. I don't know what type of like anything what people are playing. And if, like I said, Call of Duty is one of the bigger franchises, but it's just I never gotten, like I said, I never got into first person shooters. I used to play Black Hawk Down in the day, and I played a lot of other things and stuff like that, but that's it. I was going to do that. Like I said, to play that type of game as well, as I just mentioned. But the only thing is, with saying that, it's not that the game has actually failed. It's just that, like, it's not that you would get good or bad at the game. But I find that it's a lot more to do with like the RPG titles, and I will tell you that RPG titles got a lot more replay value. I will always say that, because even if you get bored with it and you can take a break from it, you can always go back to it. It's not like it's not gonna be stale or dead. Yeah, well, see, with Call of Duty, people are always waiting for the next game or the new map, but then the new map dies out in a week because people play it to death and it's gone. Yeah, exactly. I do agree with you. Like, I mean, even all games get boring after a while, but if you take small breaks from each one, or even try different games, like there's so many games out there that can be interesting to play, and people don't realize that when it comes to like doing it. Like, I mean, people be like, "Oh, I'm gonna play this game and this game and this game." Okay, fine. Like, I mean, I play Trove only for about 3 or 4 hours a day. I play other games just to basically make videos, make summations of what I think the game is itself, and like I said, just to go along and try to make some kind of YouTube or something out of it. But it does just basically to show you what the game is like and what how the game plays out. But on the other hand, it's what it is. You know, it makes it a little bit more not so boring, because when you're looking at a YouTube channel and you're looking at the same person playing the same game over and over and over, Minecraft and other games are can be interesting because it's mechanics and stuff in it, and if you got the mods and stuff to go with the game, it's fine. But when it comes to just playing, because the game doesn't change much, it's still the basic survival. When you go back to survival, creative is the only thing that really changes, and it's other games like that. It's just unbelievable. Like I said, just like me with this game itself, with Trove, people be like, why don't you just constantly play it? Why don't you have I've got almost every single thing in the game. There's only certain things I don't go for because I'm not spending a fortune in this game, like to get flux and get other things. I look at exactly what I need to do just to keep my stats up so I can actually get ready for new updates or anything that's going to change in the game. So the way I look at it this way is what I want to do and how I can basically look at and support other players. This is exactly what I do myself, just to go along and make it a little bit more interesting. That now, on the other hand, I look at exactly how I can support because it makes the game interesting to me. Because if I was just playing the game for just playing the game, uh, well, put it this way: I would stop playing games already. I would quit 20 years ago because every single game, since Atari and since of all the old systems, basically are all repeats. The only thing you get is better graphics, or like I said, a little bit better music. Instead of having the bleeps and stuff like that to make music, you've got something completely different. And that's exactly what happens. So when you actually look at exactly what the game is and what the game is constructed as, it's pretty much the same thing. It's been going on like that since the 80s. Now, for me, what I do is make it, for me, what I do is try to keep it interesting for me so I can keep it interesting for people that's watching. So itself, it's more to do with, like I said, the events and stuff like that for certain games. It's like going Call of Duty, get your skins, get weapons, get whatever, and you make a video or something about it, and you say, hey man, I've got this skin. Would you like to be able to have a look at it? Oh, this is last year's. This is kind of cool. Let me have a look. Let me just show you exactly what I can, what it looks like, just in case you cannot get it anymore. But in most cases, with games itself, at some point you can craft it or you can get it back. Like I mean, Troves in certain aspects is a little bit different than that, but it's almost the same. Like I mean, if you want to wait, okay, right now we're into 2021 in the Easter event. This is basically why I'm doing the camera thing. And the thing is, we're in the Easter event right now, and the way I look at it is just doing a special event for overall, so I can actually basically just say, hey, this is exactly what I think a game is and the way it should be played itself or replayed. Because, like, I mean, I look for games that have a lot of replay value or a longevity. Like, I mean, I thought Trove was actually going to be dead a long time ago on the console, but it's still pretty active. Like, I mean, there's still a lot of new players is coming online, and a lot of older players are leaving. It happens to every single game. And the funniest thing is, no matter what you're playing, it basically dies out after a time. Like it's like a first-person shooter. It's no different. Basically, first-person shooter, as I said before, will die out a little bit faster. But of course, there's more updates, quicker updates, and stuff to keep you interested. It keep you in that zone, but it's short-lived. But then he goes along and puts up more content, and that's exactly how it works. Now, I can't say first-person shooters are bad. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just basically saying this when it comes to, like, different things in it. Like, some people love them, some people hate them. I don't know if I hate or game. I don't have a favorite game. I just play them just because, A, it breaks the boredom. B, it basically gives me something to do. And C, it's just fun. It can be fun in a lot of ways because it's just what it is overall. And if I can actually do something with the game, I like to be able to share my information with people and make it a little bit more, a little bit more interesting if I can do it at all. But, I mean, interesting with new content. See, the problem is I'm waiting for 6 months for an event or something, and I mean interesting event or something new. Trove is very, 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 very slow on coming up with updates. Like, I mean, it takes 6 months for them to catch up even with PC. And PC, I'm trying to switch to Trove to PC. I'm trying to switch to certain games to PC because of the fact that they come out with them first. The problem is, I've got so much work done on here, on console, it's really hard to switch. Like, I mean, it would cost me a fortune to switch itself. This not a fortune, but well, to keep a system maintained and stuff like that, just to switch over to make it perfect. And that's what I'm looking at. Like right now, like I said, I got a computer that can run pretty much Need for Speed games and stuff. As you see, look at my. That is another problem too. Yeah, cross saving, or even getting some of the information over to the console from console to PC or PC to console. Some games will allow you to do that, or used to be able to do that. Like, I mean, I think if someone can correct me on this, that basically Minecraft used to be able to do that. Basically, you can transfer your maps and stuff over there because of the fact that it's just what it is. But then they stopped doing that. Like, there's certain games out there that you can basically still, I don't know if you can still do it or not. I know, because think of it this way, a console and a PC is so far between the versions. Okay, I might be, Trove might be using a version 3, and a PC could be using version 5. Are they going to communicate together? No, they're not, because they're going to be so far out. Now, you might be looking at exactly the same kind of content, but the problem is it's not going to be the same. It's going to be like the special items that come out for PC that's not available in the console, and vice versa, because they're actually absolutely two different versions. Also, basically, what it is, it's more not just for the two different versions, it's more to do with the overall gaming aspect and way they want to make it an original version. What I mean by an original version is by taking the aspect of the same game and making it their own. Like, I mean, that's why you look at PlayStation and look at the PC, a lot of the games are absolutely different. Even though the graphics looks exactly the same. Like, I mean, Call of Duty. You play Call of Duty, they're pretty much almost the same right across the platforms. But they're still delayed, no matter how you look at it, even if it's only a minor delay. But at least they try to keep together. But a lot of MMOs out there, they're actually absolutely different. So what happens is one will actually get delayed, or items will not show up. If it does not show up, then I don't know. It's like this. If the item don't show up, then people will be like, why is it not there? Like when they actually come up with some of the events and came out with like what was it? The couple of the stream events that the devs put off. The thing is, it was more for PC. Why? I don't know. It's just because the console could not accept the codes. I went along and got a code from one of the devs one time, and I punched it in, find that it was only PC only, and all because of the fact that when it was only PC only, I was actually losing an item. And I basically just wasted my time trying to put the code in and see if it would actually work. So it's not the dev's fault that it is actually happening that way. Because of the fact that, well, see, the problem is you've got two different things, okay? You've got like the games itself and the developers and stuff like that. Also, it's all about making money and stuff like that too. Like, you play a PC game, you buy all of the stuff that's in PC. If you got a powerful enough PC to do it, go and find the prices online or in the market. You'll find the prices a lot cheaper. Even credits, if you're playing for credits or V-Bucks or whatever you're playing, Fortnite, whatever, it's cheaper on PC. Even if it's only by even if it's only by $2, $5, whatever, it's still cheaper. I don't know why that is. I really don't know. But like I said, it's one of those things. It's basically, consoles is more expensive to run, but PCs are also more expensive to maintain. Um, I don't know if that's a trade-off or not like that, but it's what it is. So anyway, regardless to that, this is why basically I'm try to cross between, see exactly what's out there, what's available, and as I just said before, that I'm going to be getting Biomutant when it comes out. I'm going to get it for PC. I'm also going to get it for console, and I will tell you what the game is actually like, and I'll basically give you absolutely a full review on that. It is a single player. It's a single player RPG. It's not an MMO. They may develop that into the game later on into an MMO. All you got to do is put in full online aspects, and that's it. But I don't know if they're going to do that in the future. Depends, I guess, on sales and stuff and how things are going. So it's what it is. You know, this is what I'm doing. Like, I mean, basically trying to keep up with the software that's out there, and try to keep up with everything that's around that. And like I said, if I can get a PlayStation 5 in the future, once either I'll be able to get one as used, or get a new one, and hopefully be able to get something that's more solid, and be able to actually play, like I said, on the PlayStation 5 as well. So I'll be able to keep up with the two genres and be able to keep everything going on my end. Like, I mean, it is an expensive hobby that I find gaming is, for me, is a hobby, but it is a very expensive hobby, but it's also very fulfilling to a point too, because it basically gets rid of monotony and also the other problems as well. So it makes dealing with like what we are dealing with now a lot easier to deal with to a point. But I mean, there's only so much you can actually do with it, and that's just pretty much it. But it depends on what type of game you're playing and how far you want to go with it. You can actually do it that way, and that's all up to you, you know. And like I said, when it comes to like streaming and stuff like that, I basically try to stream information as much as I can, but it's only certain points of information. Like, I mean, like I said, if you look at my channel, you'll understand exactly what it is. Like, I mean, basically I just done a Heat. I done a few other games as well. So that's just pretty much it. Like, I mean, if you, like I said, like what I'm doing itself, like, I mean, for information, you can also give me a thumbs up on my YouTube channel. Have a look at it and see what you think of it. Like, I mean, I'm not there, basically, I'm not there to please people. I'm there just to help people, so they can understand how games, because there's no manuals to these games anymore. There's no books. There's no nothing. And it's just YouTube. And that's pretty much how games evolved. I remember basically reading a book. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Give me a second here, because I remember reading up on this itself. One of the very last books, basically by not a game developer, but it's a book on on one of the games that I do own, and it's the instructional booklet. And this is the booklet itself. That's Inquisition. It tells me what it is in the game itself, and it helps me through the game. But that's what YouTube actually changed into, is these books to help other people out. And when it comes to that, to get the information out there, it's who you watch and how the information is perceived is what you're going to be getting. It's not that one YouTuber is better than the other, or if the one can actually do a better job. It's looking at what games they play, if you are interested in that game, or if they're doing a lifelong story itself, and basically doing it that way. And that's how that works. So if they're doing a lifelong story, like, I mean, do travel, do this and that, is a little bit different. Now, I could do the same thing, because, like I said, it's what it is. But I'm not interested in travel, like in stuff like that. I'm more interested in, say, hey, getting in on the PC and on console, getting to talking to people. It doesn't matter who it is, and basically getting into a game and just basically playing it and doing, like I said, what I've been doing for years. Like, I mean, I'm pretty much the same thing as one of these books when it comes to information. If I find there's is something different in the game, or there's something whatever into the game, I will actually do it that way, and that's exactly what I do. So if I can actually do it, and if I can produce enough information like these books, or just help people out, it will actually be a lot better for those players. So they're not taking a second guess at something. Now, some of my videos, like I said, is to certain points can be a bit boring. But if you look at exactly what it is, I'm actually getting straight to the point. Like when I do troll videos, I'm actually getting straight to the point. Like, I mean, that's just it. That's just it. If I'm doing an event, I'm actually doing the event. Like right now, I'm actually getting chocolate. I'm doing the dungeons as I'm going, and just basically keep on adding to that. Like, I mean, I need coins. I need a lot of stuff. And basically doing it that way. And of course, when you actually doing events and stuff like that, it's just it's a long process, but you only got a short period of time to do it. Like, I mean, you can play this 6 to 8, 12 hours a day if you decide to do so. It's like any other game out there. If you'd like to mix and match your games, you can actually do that as well. So it depends on how you want to do it and how much you want to play a game. Like, I mean, I played this game to death. Like I said, 9 years playing Trove. Come on, you know, it's the same grind. I remember the very first HUD we came up with, and it was just 3 portals. It was just, it's not much changed since then. It's just more portals, more grind, same thing, bleh. But it's not like, it's new. It's good for a new player if you came in and they say, "Hey, I'm stuck. Would you be able to help me?" Done. Okay, what do you need a hand with? So on and so forth. It makes this game not so boring, even for when I play it. But if I'm doing absolutely nothing, that's what makes it boring. Because it's like no difference than a first-person shooter. You get so good at it, or you're just waiting for the next skin, and then what? You know, it's the way it works. In the way the software developers does it. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Like I said, I've been at this since I've been 4 years old. I remember the Atari 2600, as I mentioned before. I played out of Commodore 64, VIC-20. You can check these all up on Google. It's very old computers. Back in 80, I think it's 82 to 86 or something like that. It's not my first computer. I build computers as well as a hobby, but it's a very interesting hobby. Like, I mean, you get to know a little bit about them without really screwing anything up. But it's not hard. It's not like it used to be. So even YouTubing using FTP servers and getting videos out there to help other people out. If it wasn't not a magazine out there, I basically used to take the information and make my own YouTube videos. Well, it wasn't a YouTube video. My correction. Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you're carrying a lot of cosmetics. See, Trove is a lot of cosmetics too. Like, I mean, you do get a little bit of mastery from it. You get a little bit of stat, but you don't get a lot from there. Like, I mean, okay, I'll show you what I mean. Like when you go to the mastery system, as you can see here, reading up on the mastery, increase Trove mastery by adding to your collection and by leveling up classes and so on and so forth. But after 500, it kind of gets monotonous. It just kind of gets like, okay, I'm going to put on a different suit of armor. I'm going to go a grind for that. That's it. You're not getting no really big huge benefit anymore. Before 500, you get a lot of stats. Not saying it's pointless to get mastery. No, I can't say that. Like mastery will still give you 400 more HP, or it'll give you something more for stats. But it's like, I don't know. It's what you want to collect. Like, I mean, if you want to collect everything in the game, uh, so be it. You know. If you don't want to collect everything in the game, then you're only a casual gamer at that point. That doesn't make you a bad gamer, or basically doing it that way. It's just that casual gamers normally don't get that far in games. But casual gamers sometimes actually switch games or just don't have the time enough to get everything in the game. Like me, for me, I played this for a couple of hours, and I've got almost everything in the game, but like I mean, certain events it's just way too. It starts feeling like a chore after a while, and it just takes the fun out of the game itself. So, it's like I don't know. It's what it is. Like I mean, I can't say like getting everything is a good thing or getting well, just making your character look different. I guess that's what the whole entire thing is, and that's exactly the way I look at it. If you can make something look different and do whatever, so be it. You know, and for me, I look at it this way: if it can add stats to you, yeah, like 0.6 is not even a stat, but it is to a point. But if you're looking at world ranks and stuff like that, like it's just like if you're looking at world ranks and looking at power ranks, like it's like getting prestige in Call of Duty. Like I mean, you can get prestige until you max out, but then you got the cosmetics and stuff to show for that prestige. Fine, I can understand that, but there is only a certain amount of stuff that you can get because it's not giving you stats anymore. It's just add-ons to the game. So that's exactly the way I look at it, and that's exactly uh, the way I see it in that direction. You know, and I can't say like say playing one game forever is it's a wrong thing either. But it depends on what you do. Like I mean, some people like get stuck up in like Minecraft, but they also switch to other games eventually. Like look at look at the YouTuber um, of what was it called? Dan TDM or Diamond Minecraft. He was doing Minecraft for so long, he just got bored with it. Now he don't play it anymore. But he do play other games. Actually, he plays on also like another one that was actually doing it. Stumpy Longhead or Long Nose or whatever you want to call him. He himself switches his games. You don't always play the same thing over and over. He do play a lot of Minecraft, but he also switch it. See, the problem, the thing is, it's not a problem, but the thing is, it's what started your profession. It's how you got your name out there on YouTube, and that's just it. If you're good at a game, if you're good at Call of Duty, and that's what got you into your profession or into your whatever, then that's what you're going to be stuck with. Well, I can't say stuck with, but you know what I mean. So, like I said, it's the game that you're gonna be playing the most because you'll be like, "Hey, man, this is still a hot game even after all this time. People are still watching it." Like I mean, some of the games that actually I do play should be given a lot better context and a lot better support. But it's no support for some of these games, and it's only YouTubers that actually keep people playing it. Like Trove, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people on PC that play it, but there's not a lot of YouTubers. It's only a handful of YouTubers that actually do actually stream it. So you don't know what Trove is until you start playing it or see other people playing it, and you'll be like, oh, okay, that's interesting. It's like looking at some kind of new mod that comes out. You're like, oh, I like to have that. Let me go in and do the event, and let me go and get that right quick. It's no difference. So that's exactly what happens. And that's pretty much it. Like I mean, like I mean, for me, I just hate making boring videos just because of the fact, yeah, it's just one of those things. I try to not ramble on too much, but also trying to say, hey, if you are playing this game, like I said, and you want to make a profession at it, you can stick with one game. And if it's still an interesting game, go for it. if it's not, then don't bother because, like I said, in most cases, it doesn't matter who's following you and who's not. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. Like, I mean, back when I first started YouTubing, I used to have like 10K followers, and I'm like, I'm not even trying to get that back because I know I'm not going to get that back, but I'm not too much worried about that. Plus, there's a lot more competition out there as well in that. It's a job now. It's not fun anymore to do YouTube. Look, I mean, I'm not using it as a job. I'm using it as a hobby. I'm using it as basically a break. Uh, and if I can use it as a break, like I said, that means I can jump from game to game to game and make it more interesting in that direction. So if I'm actually doing my YouTube and I make short videos or whatever the case may be, like I mean, I try to keep the content as clean as possible, and I will tell you that. But sometimes it's really hard and frustrating because sometimes you just gotta bite your tongue sometimes because you get to that point in the game, and everybody gets there, that no matter how good you are or how good you can do something, and it's like, okay, I know I can do this, but why am I? It's still happening. And when it gets to that point, then when you start getting frustrated, it's best to go along and switch to a different game or just take a break from it to that point. It's like the like first person shooters. Reason why I don't play them because I could be good at them, but it frustrates the heck out of me. So why am I going to put myself, my health and stuff at risk, just to put out YouTube videos and stuff like that, or just not even really having fun with the game anymore? So that's exactly the way I look at it. So it's not all about the cosmetics. It's how you want to play a game. It's how you want to do something. It's not about anybody else because it's your time. It's not like you can watch somebody else, but it's about your time and what you want to do itself. And this is why, like I said, I do videos. Some of them, like I said, are just a little bit, seems a bit boring because you're probably not interested in racing. And I will tell you, okay, if a game got cartoonish graphics and or got a cartoony feeling to it, I will tell you it's got a cartoony feel, or it does have just that stick, or whatever the case may be, or just different programming. I will tell you exactly what the game is. I'm not going to go along and so when you go and buy a game, you're like, oh, that's okay. This is exactly what it is. But understand. Instead of wasting money where it's not, you probably won't be interested into it. I'd rather do it that way because it makes more sense to me. And if you can save money and stuff like that, when you go, then you actually understand where your games are going to be in the future and also into the current standing. So it works quite well. Now, that doesn't mean I'm telling you what to buy and what not to buy. But, like, I mean, like I said, I've got over 30 years doing this. So see, for me, that helps the gamer out. That doesn't help me out. Like, I mean, that's just it. And it's just what it is. And if it does help the other person out and basically to save themselves money and stuff like that, then they get into good games that they do like. Like some people love Bloodborne because of the difficulty of it. Some people like racing games, but different genres of racing games. There's like to say the cartoony ones. There's some realistic ones. There's some actually driving simulator ones, like Forza Sport is one of them. What was it? Gran Turismo. Those are all basically designed differently and feels differently, even under a controller, than any other game because it precisely gives you a challenge that no other racer will give you. It's not cartoony. It's not like push the button, push the button. You've got to be able to use your controller as precision and be able to learn how to play the game. As I said, going back to Call of Duty and stuff, that's a precision game to a point, but it's got unrealistic feel. If I went back to Battlefield, the first 3 or 4 Battlefields, stuff like that, they were actually good games. But the problem is, they start going into the same thing as Call of Duty. So, it's what it is, and how games develop over time. Like the one game company will actually try to make the same game, but with under a different concept. Like they're trying to go along with what the public is looking for to a point. But didn't they also mess up something in the other point? So what I mean, they might mess up the aiming system, or they might come up with something a little bit different. Like, I mean, it's just what it is. And that's exactly what I look at. I look at the aiming system. I look at how the game plays out, how you play it, how you construct your own play style, and how well the gaming developer was for that game. So every game could be exactly the same, but it's what you want to play itself. If you like decide to go along and say, okay, I don't mind to be aim being off 1.6 or 1.8 on the scope, okay, that's your type of game. Well, you might get better at it, you might get worse at it. I don't know, but it's what it is. Now, if you look at the other side of the coin, when it comes to like a precision, well, close to precision that you can get from a game. And if you're playing like a racer, you don't want to have something that's going to drive it right to the wall and constantly make you hit to the wall. Most cartoony games that does that. But if you are actually playing a true simulator, the only way you're going to hit a wall is basically be a really bad driver, because even after precision is off by a little bit, you can easily fix it or make it your car not to be able to do that, because you got customizable options to do that. So that's why I said everybody is playing a little different game for different reasons, and at the end of the day, what do you play? What do you watch? What do you do? Whatever. And that makes a difference. And this is what my experience is in gaming. It's not that I'm basically an encyclopedia of it, but my experiences of it, it's like, I mean, it's different. Like, everybody does a little different type of game and a different type of play style. But like, I mean, I could enjoy one type of game and you'd be like, hey man, this game is crap because it doesn't have this or it doesn't have that. Okay, if it doesn't have this or that, try another version of that game to see if it will be different, and see if it will play differently for you. Like, I mean, same thing with a racer, same thing with RPGs. There's plenty of them out there. Like, I mean, PlayStation 3 was a great aspect of the RPG genre. Reason being, you had like the what was it? Basically, what's the game called again? They had the Fable series, I think, part of it. They had also the Tales of series. They had a bunch of games, but each one of those games, even though it was by the same company, had different weapons, different customizations, different. Like, I mean, I don't know what, like I said, what you guys are into. Like, I mean, to that point, if you are interested into anything and you like to be able to learn exactly what I've been learning the last 30 plus years, I'd like to be able to get that information out. And I like to be able to get my best of my knowledge, get it out there, and see exactly if I can actually make a gaming experience for you. So you're not basically just wasting your time on a game. So you'll be able to enjoy it a lot longer instead of becoming absolutely bored with it. And that's exactly what I look at. It could be certain aspects into it that's like, oh my God, this is like a sweet game. And then it's like you hit that sweet spot because it's for you. It's not for me. It's not for it's not for Tom down the street. It's for you, and that's the thing. I'll basically give a run through of a game, and I will tell you, okay, this is where the sweet spot is, and this is where it's actually hit or miss. And with that hit or miss is what I do, and I've been doing it for years. So it's not all about the cosmetics. It's not all about this and that. It's how you basically want to basically do your own thing, and that's the way it works. That's what basically That's what makes YouTubers basically at times switch games, because it's not because of ratings, not because of followers, because of the fact that okay, they get bored with the same. Okay, it's perfect. Why am I still playing this? Why it's not changed? It just gets boring in that direction. So let me change it up to the same type of game, but let me go along and let's say, okay, you're playing Call of Duty, and you've got different versions of Call of Duty to say. Though each one of those could be having a different aspect. It could be the aim could be a little bit off. You get to learn how to use that, or it might be a different aspect of the game itself. So you start learning how to use the concepts of that game, and then you actually become good at it. But when you become good, how good can you be beyond good, or become great, or one of the top players in the world? If you're not a top, some people look at not top players as a bad thing because they're like, oh, you don't have this, you don't have this. I'm sorry, hold off here. That's the wrong way of looking at it. You get to look at exactly how much time you got played, and how many kills and stuff that they got. That's in Call of Duty, but every Call of Duty has its own duration of what it is. Sydney with let's say Sydney with any type of game, like a racing game, same way. RPG, same way. There's nothing never changed in the last few years, and I mean the last 20 years. Nothing really never changed, only for graphics. And then people go for the eye candy. Well, I don't care about eye candy. This is why I play Trove. I don't care about it. Because I play Trove just because okay, it got a bit of cartoony graphics, but it reminds me of so much of Diablo 3. Diablo 3 customizations. Like, I mean, it takes you months to build a character in Trove. It takes you months or even years to build in Diablo 3. So it's what it is. It's why I play and do the games where I do it. It's just pretty much it. But anyway, like I said, enough about myself and like I said about what I'm trying to do here. Like I say, when it comes to it, hopefully you guys have a great night, and hopefully be able to see you on the other side. Like I said, it's some time, and hopefully be able to catch you on the next stream, because I'm going to take a break right now because it's getting late in the night. So I'm going to say goodnight to you guys, and like I said, hopefully catch you on the next stream, and hopefully you'll be able to keep safe and keep yourself healthy as much as you can, because health is the most important thing. It's not about money, it's not about power, it's just what you want to do. Like I said, happy gaming, guys, and catch you later.